Let's talk about responsibility, let's talk about professionalism, and let's talk about accountability when it comes to working with athletes. Hi, I'm Sean Kitzman from Sustainable Coaching Practices, and in today's video, we are going to talk about how to work with athletes and why having a treatment protocol or a treatment plan is very, very, very important when it comes to working with athletes. I was on a coaching call the other day with a client, and we were talking about setting up treatment protocols and rescheduling your athletes. We have to think about this for a second. If you're having a hard time with your credibility for your athletes, and if you're having a hard time with your athletes then being accountable, why would they be accountable and why would they be responsible in setting up their own appointments when you're not taking the initiative and you're not being a professional? Here's what professionals do. Professionals set up plans. Professionals have goals. Professionals have things in place that ensure their success. And when you don't reschedule your clients and your athletes, you're showing them that you're not actually interested in their success. You're interested in intervening for a moment, but you're not interested in creating a relationship with them. And more often than not, that relationship becomes the number one driving factor in your ability to retain a client and retain an athlete as a client. Think about it just like dating. You don't go out on a date and on the first date think that, oh man, this is the person that I'm going to marry. And even if you do, if you only had one date and you didn't have any follow-up dates, then the chance of that actually happening wouldn't really work. And this is the case when we're working with athletes as well. We can't just let their treatment protocols go willy-nilly. We have to create a protocol that we can actually sell. And here's how you do that. You become the professional. You become responsible. You become accountable to your clients. And what that means is that you set up a treatment plan and you follow through with the plan, regardless of whether or not you're actually seeing the net result come out of that. But you won't know that unless you have 4 sessions, 6 sessions, 8 sessions, 10 sessions, whatever it is. You won't know that. So that's why follow-up appointments and setting follow-up appointments is so critical. I went to a really good practitioner one time, and I actually thought less about her as a practitioner because I had an injury, and she did some great work on me, and my symptoms improved that day. And then I asked her, when should I come back in? Oh, I don't know. Well, just give me a call. No, that's bullshit. Why would I do that? So I actually went to the length and I went up to her front desk person and I said, hey, look, I want to schedule this number of appointments out because I know myself as a clinician, I know myself as a professional, that it takes, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 sessions before symptoms actually go away and hold. Now, she was a great practitioner, but I thought less of her professionally because she was not actually willing to take responsibility and own her work. And your athletes are going to pick up on this. Remember, athletes are used to being coached. They want an environment. They want a professional who's going to help coach them. They want someone who's going to help mentor them. If you do it right, this is a super easy relationship to build. And then what you do is you set up maintenance appointments after that because they're going to go use their body. They're going to have an injury again if they're using their body at the volume that they use their body. So would you rather them have these maintenance appointments where you stay ahead of a lot of these injuries, or would you rather have them call you 3 months after the initial injury sets in and now you have all this work to do? And that's also how you build depth into your practice. You should be able to look 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks out and say, oh, well, so-and-so is coming in on this day. And that's how you build a practice. That's how you build a practice where you're not chasing clients around all the time. So, I want you to ask yourself, how are you putting together treatment protocols? And then, how are you actually testing the validity of those protocols? The way that you test the validity of those protocols is you see clients and you put your work into play. Hell, I could sit down and write up plays all I want. That doesn't make me Bill Belichick. That doesn't mean that I'm going to win the Super Bowl. So, the only way that I know if those plays work is if I actually go out on the football field and I try and I coach that thing. And some of my ideas are going to work, and some of them don't. But you become a better practitioner as well. So, think about that. How are you presenting yourself to your clients when you don't reschedule them? Are your athletes going to respect you? Or are they going to see you as this thing that I do every once in a while? And how does that then affect your own practice? Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. And remember, practice makes improvement.